Ladies and gentlemen, you are welcome to another edition for today. This is Voice of KNUSC Media. My name is Augustine Kwabena, and I am privileged to be hosting another interview with a special guest. Our special guest of honor is one who has graduated from the Department of Electrical Engineering with a CWA of 84.72. He is one whose expertise has made significant contribution in his field. He is also a beacon of aspiration for aspiring minds. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let us quickly delve deeper into the minds as we embark on this journey of discovery. Master Kelvin Wolanyo Tamakloe, you're humbly welcome to this show.
Thank you very much for the opportunity to be here. It means a lot that I was called. Thank you very much.
You're welcome once again. We are very glad to have you. I mean, I've heard quite a lot about you, but having seen you in the flesh, Master Kelvin in the flesh. I mean, I'm very appreciative, for spending time to join us on this very platform. We are very appreciative.
I'm very happy to be here too.
Good. Master Kelvin Tamakloe.
Yes.
Your name is sounding, the echoes of your name is sounding in the corners of KNUST. I mean, considering the fact that currently you hold a CWA of 84.72.
Yeah.
That's for the three colleges.
Yes.
Is there a hope that, when these other three colleges are, mentioned, there is a feasibility of you topping out with the valedictorian?
I don't think about it. I don't know if it's weird, but I don't think about it. Yes, I know prior to our last semester result being released, I was the highest, but I dropped a little in my final semester. But it's not something I regret. Like I'm okay. Yeah, so I'm just there, hoping.
That's
I don't say hoping because I don't think about it. Yes.
So you're not really much concerned as to whether you become the topmost.
Yes, no. Yes,
seriously.
Yes, fact. Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm just okay.
But what happens in the case where these three other CWAs of other colleges are made clear to the entire populace? What happens in a case where you realize that all the other CWAs are below yours?
Below mine.
What would be the sentiment in regard of that?
I don't know. Because right now for me, being valedictorian for electrical engineering is just fine. Like I'm happy about it. I could be happier. I don't know, but let's see. Let's see how it gets.
Can I describe this as being in the context of you more or less like settling for where you are? Because there is this popular perception that you don't have to settle for less.
I'm not settling for less. Actually, I'm someone who strives to achieve excellence. Yes, and I know I did my best to get 84.72. That was like my very best. Like I don't think I could have done anything more, anything less. That's what I believe. No regrets in the end, kind of thing. Yeah, so 84.72 is good for me. Whether it's above, whether it's below, I think I'm still okay.
Still okay.
I'm still okay, yeah, I'm okay.
Wonderful. Now let's come to how it all started.
Okay.
Kindly guide us through with a summary of your academic journey, from your elementary to high school and all that. Kindly guide us through that, and then we carry on from
there. So things were a little rough from the beginning. Yes, financially, parents weren't really up there. So I started preschool, nursery school to KG1, and then financial difficulties struck. So I stopped school. So I was at home since I didn't go to KG2, didn't go to class 1. I remember class 1, I went to write an exam. It's a government school in Dansoman. I did well.
So you stopped school?
Yes, I stopped school. I was helping my mom. My mom used to make palm oil at the time at Bojuase. I mentioned that in my speech. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So we used to go to the farm together, come back, take care of my younger siblings. I had 2 younger siblings by then. And that was for like 2 years straight. 2 years straight. Yeah. Yes.
So right after that, what was it? The next.
So the next thing was I wrote an exam in Dansoman. I learned for it for like some few months, went to write. I passed. Then I was supposed to carry a desk to the class to school, and at that we couldn't afford a desk to classes, so I didn't go to class 1 too. Yes, but then we moved to Awishi. So I continued school from class 2. Oh. But then when I got to class 2, like things came to me. I learn, I feel like I understand.
And if you say things came to you, like explain that.
It means like So I was like, okay, sure, I've missed 2 years of my life, right? At that young age, I was like, sure. My mom told me that sit down and learn, like learn hard. And then when I learned, I understood. Then like I was like, okay, sure, like this is something.
But I haven't missed 2 years of your life. I mean, looking at your friends, enrolling, going to school and all that, didn't you feel more like, I mean, you are more...
It's one of those things where you feel something, but you have no control over it. Because I feel like there was nothing I could have done about it too. So, like, I was, okay. But so when I had a chance to continue school in class, so I was like, then this is good. My mom told me all the time to like learn. Like, let me learn. And when I learned, I understood, like, sure, it's like the good thing. I just let me learn. And then that was it. Right. I was in that new school for a year, and I moved to another school, City of Angels. Okay. Yes, and that's why I completed my junior high school. And then went to Infant Film School, and then KNSD.
So Infant Film School, what you wrote your WASI results came? What was the result?
Yeah. So I wrote of deck. Informed deck informed here. And I had 7 years in a B in English language.
Fun of deck.
Excellent. So I was like, oh, I mean, it means WASI you can do better. I wrote WASI and I had the same 7 years and 1 B in English again.
I mean, looking at, you had 7 A's, 1 B, and for the final exam, you also get 7 A's, 1 B. Yeah. Was there any...
Oh yeah, I was sad.
Why?
I was sad. I was sad because, not because I didn't think I did my best, right? Like one thing I always try to do is I tell people that make sure that in the end you have no regrets. Like, yeah, we are happy, yes, but like in the end there's no regret. So I knew 7 A's, 1 B was I did my best. Right. But then like the fact that almost a year couldn't make a difference in my results for some way too, because I was like, yeah, but I knew I did my best.
Right.
I did my best, so I was okay in the end.
Good. Now here we are on the terrains of KNUST, rising through the ranks. First year, second year. I mean, you wrote your exam first year. What was the result? Second year, what was the result? Was there any discrepancy? Like,
yes. So I increased progressively. Like every semester, I kept increasing. Until the final semester where I dropped a little.
So first year, you started with
I had 82 points. Can't remember the decimal. I had 82 point something. Yeah. Right. Then 83 point something. And I stayed at 83 point something again. But I increased in the decimal point. Right. Okay, second sem, I dropped a little too.
From?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I dropped a little.
I mean, how did you feel after realizing that there has been a drop?
But that year, I didn't regret it too. Because I ran for vice president in my department. And I won.
Okay, so you were ascribing, the decrease.
Yes, but it's not something I regret because being vice president was good too. Like, had the chance to make impact. And like, sure, it was a very good bargain. Good bargain. Yeah.
Right, we'll come to that particular point of assuming these leadership roles and all that. But when you were, given that opportunity to enroll in KNUST, I believe right from the first stage you were assigned a particular hall, right?
Yeah.
Were you in any of the halls?
I was at Queen's Hall.
Queen's Hall?
Yeah, Queen's Hall.
Hey, there is a perception that Queen's Hall, they are quite calm, cool, they don't really... Could that be a contributing factor to this academic excellence?
It could be because mostly first sem, I learned in my room mostly. Right. Yeah, so I don't want to attribute it to like entirely to that, because like the little time they were having fun, I found myself having fun with them. The little time that there was like some music playing somewhere, like they used to do those things at Queen's Hall too.
You actually look like somebody who really loves to be
part of these activities. Yeah, I take time off.
But having indulge yourself in all these things, dancing, having fun, and all these kind of things, how were you able to strategically balance the relation between your academic life, your personal life? How are you able to balance all that?
Yeah, for me, I would say one thing. I would say priorities. I think, and I've come to accept that 24 hours in a day is a long time. Like that's how my thoughts process is.
It's a long time.
It's a long time. Yes.
Seriously.
That's how I've accepted.
Others are saying that it's enough because I mean, you just open your eyes.
Yes.
Bam.
Yes, but
the days are gone.
You could. And this is how I think. This is what I think. Right. I feel like you can sleep for 7 hours. You have enough rest.
Right.
7 hours, fine. You could learn for 3 hours in a day. That's enough. Could learn for 4 hours in a day, every day, and that's enough. Now we have 11 hours already. And 24 minus 11, we are 13.
Exactly.
So there's time to hang out with friends, there's time to read, there's time to dance, there's time to do other things. Yeah. So it was about, I think, and I still think that 25 hours is a long time in a day. And priorities, like know what to do when and how to do it at what particular time.
I mean, was it never a time? I mean, considering the fact that you were enrolled in there's this and that, academic life, extracurricular activities, I mean, personal life, all these kind of things. Was there never an instance where, let's say, you are focused, you want to study for 4 hours, and then abruptly something will just come in? Then you have to. And how were you able to manage?
It happens all the time. Like sometimes church rehearsals, you're studying, they go like, come for rehearsals at this time.
We're part of church rehearsals.
Yes.
Which church?
I have Fountain of Life Cathedral.
Oh, that's nice.
So I've got good rehearsals on Saturday, dance on Sunday, weekday service in the middle of the week. And then sometimes they can say come for impromptu rehearsals. And then like you have to go.
And amidst all these, you were able to balance.
Yeah.
All because of priorities.
Yes, priorities. You know what to do at a particular time. And you can learn, you must learn 10 hours a day, every single day. You can learn 4 hours in a day. You can learn for 3 hours in a day. Like, and once it's consistent, that's when like you see the impact.
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's what worked for me.
Great. So let's talk about leadership roles.
Right, sure.
You spoke about being vice president.
Yeah.
Great. How has this assumption of leadership roles contributed effectively to your academic success?
Okay. So as vice president for the department, I was the head of the academic committee, head of welfare committee too. Right. So it was through that we started our YouTube channel, the Lisa YouTube channel.
Oh.
Yes, it was
like
YouTuber
as well.
Yeah. Started doing like tutorial videos on YouTube. And there was massive improvement in like the performance of.
So the YouTube, what do you mainly do?
It's an academic channel, so it's mainly studies. You sometimes teach like some of the courses online.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think we are at almost 2K subscribers.
Oh.
Yeah. So that was something. Yeah. There were times where we had to walk. A friend of mine and I, Papa Kwanzaa, he's in my class. We had to walk from Brunei because the Wi-Fi in Brunei was messing up. We have to go to Hall 7 to go and do the tutorials. And what I learned within this period is that people are important. Because like I realized that like for no particular reason, I wanted to do more so that people would benefit. Like okay, like people are important, like you learn to love people more. Like so like and it was nice like doing something that gave you a chance to love people. Like your mates, friends, junior course-mates, senior friends, like everything. Yeah, so it was a good time. It's a good time to be vice president.
That's great. So you spoke about the fact that you love, doing something that's will make people know that, you love them and all these things. That brings me to the question of networking. Time and again, we do say that it is very important. It's, life here is not just about academics and all these kind of perceptions. I want you to, share your take on this particular matter. How has this networking, with other people also contributed effectively to your academic excellence?
So you realize in my speech, I was like, I'm giving 2 advices. And my first advice was on the essence of relationships, right? The intrinsic value of relationships, of friendships. For me, I felt like I wouldn't have survived here if not for some friends I met. Friends I learned with, like my study group friends.
Right.
And not even just them, like friends who just call to check up on you, like, have you eaten, like, what's up with you, like, where are you going to? Like, being here within these 4 years, I met people, right? Like, and for most of the people I met, I cultivated the habit of saying hi to people very randomly. Like, I could say, like, yo, what's up? Like, are you good? Very randomly. It's like, I met people, I got a lot of friends, and then through that, I realized that anytime I needed help, there was someone who could help me. Like even my 3rd year internship was my classmate's mom who got it for me. I just told her, Georgette, can you help me? She said, yeah, sure. Called her mom. Then that was it. I gave examples in my speech of where I didn't have a laptop, but some of my mates who I used someone's laptop for an entire year. She didn't even mind. Yeah, so like I couldn't have survived if not for people, if not for the people I met. Even I built friends in some lecturers too. Remember in third year, couldn't pay my fees one, so I couldn't check my results. One lecturer was like, sure, let me pay for you, check your results. That's Mr. Sigue. So like it's been people all along. It's been people all along. So connections are very important. Friendships are very, very important. Like you can't survive. You can't survive on your own. And I'm a testimony.
Putting aside the fact that there was financial assistance, from the perspective of lecturers.
Yeah.
There is this perception sometimes that when you're close to the lecturers, you more or less like get this, more or less like favoritism, some favors and all that. What's your take on that? Would you also say that all these kind of things contribute to this academic excellence?
No. Right. I would say that no matter how a lecturer likes you, he still has his integrity to protect. Right. So like I respect lecturers. I had friends amongst lecturers. Yeah. Respect them so much. Some of them took me as their sons and everything, right? But I still had to work hard to even be noticed by them. Like this lecturer I'm talking about, he was in the school for just a year, and I had to do well in his course for him to know that okay, you exist. So like I can pay your fees for you. So like many of the connections, it wasn't with the lecturers. It wasn't. I didn't know them before I was excelling. I was excelling, and then they knew me. I didn't get the connections I'm drawing here. Yeah, so they still have their integrity to protect. I don't think a lecturer will compromise his integrity for a student's friend.
So the connections were basically premised on, your excellence, revealing yourself time and again.
Yeah.
Okay, that's great. See, there are quite a number of people who are watching us on this particular show, and I would like you to share with us. You see, somebody comes to, the corners of K University with different, we all come with different mentalities, different perceptions.
Yeah.
Some have good backgrounds. So all we are looking for is just to get anything, just a pass, even a pass, we're just good with it. Others also come from a different background altogether. And then, so share with us, would you say that if I have a good background, all I need is just a pass? Like, what is your take on the particular matter?
I think everyone should strive for excellence, right? We are built differently. We have different capabilities, but you should strive for the best version of yourself. I believe the best version of someone's self is 60 average, right? And that's just fine. That's just perfect. A striking example, I'll give you two examples of individuals who I know personally. One senior I know started with an average of 80 something, I think 84, 85 there, and finished with 78 or 77. And it was so sad. Like, because seeing how and his capabilities, it was so sad. An example is another friend I have who moved from 54 to 61. And like to him, like that was the best thing that ever happened to him. Right? So these are two scenarios. And it all boils down to capability. 54, he's pushed his everything, sleepless night, like burning the midnight candle, gave him a 61, like best of his life, perfect for him. 85 to 78, and it felt like I could have done something more. So we are built differently, but strive for excellence within your capability. Like that's what I would say. That's make sure that you are working as hard as possible, as much as you can. Yeah.
Great. See, here we are now with the crown of valedictorian. I mean, is there ever a time where probably you cast your mind back? Let's say if time would permit, if there was a possibility of relapsing back into time, you would have corrected certain things, you would have done things differently. Has there ever been a time like that? And share with us.
As I said earlier on, I always try that, like at the end of everything, no regrets. And something I told all my friends, even junior course, when we talk, I'm like, make sure that you have no regrets. Make sure that okay, your results is printed fine. You've seen your results. For the first 10 seconds, you're looking at your results. At the 11th second, make sure you have no regrets at the 11th second. So I think I did my best. The only thing that I wanted to do as vice president I could share with you was that I wanted to organize this program where we go to the schools around, girls' schools especially, to educate them on these STEM programs, the engineering programs. That was one thing I wanted to do as vice president. But then there were a lot of things that cut Then that is like one thing that I think about all the time.
Okay.
Yeah, but as on the road to valedictorian, I think I did my best. That's what I would say.
Good.
Yeah.
Okay. We appreciate you very much, but we'd like you to take this moment,
Alright.
show this. Now here, there's a juncture that we have all arrived at. You know, the question that remains is, from here, what next? So share with us. Is there any plans that you are putting together? Is there some things that you are arranging? So I plan from here. This is what I want to do. What next?
Okay, so right now I'm a teaching assistant in the department, and I'm applying for graduate school. I want to further my studies in. I want to do power electronics.
Okay.
I want to do a PhD in power electronics. I want to focus. My focus is on renewable energy integration, and then application of power electronics in electric vehicles. Yeah, so I'm looking at applying to some universities who do such things. Yeah, so next 5 years probably studying again. Yes. It's hard. It's hard. I talk to seniors out there doing it, and I'm like, PhD is hard. But then I feel like I want to make impact. Like I want to make impact. And one area I can make impact is into this renewable energy integration aspect, electric vehicle system, motor drives and control. Like, and I feel like furthering my studies would enhance my knowledge in such fields in order to make the impact. So although I know it's hard, I'm willing to go into it. So that's the way forward for me right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, I wanted us to talk about your recognitions and honorifics, how it failed. So is this something that you had targeted that within the course of your journey, as far as your academic excellence is concerned, this is something that you want to aim for?
Yes. Funny enough, it was until third year that I realized like it wasn't something I was working for, right? I was doing my best. Like, okay, I'm in first year, I'm learning hard. I had senior course mates who I'll talk to. So okay, sure, you're doing your best, I'm learning hard. I'm going, and then until third year, a lecturer calls me and then tells me that, oh, pay where your average is competitive enough to be valedictorian of the college and possibly to be my graduating student in university. So, no, and do what you want to do with it. Yeah, so it was not until today that I was like, sure, now I know. But even when I knew, it became more pressuring. Because like when I didn't know, I was like, I'm learning. But now that I know, it's like I'm learning for something.
Exactly.
Yeah, but it was okay.
That's awesome.
Here we are today.
I mean, I realized there has been an August showering of this honorifics. I don't know if there's a possibility of you learning some of the awards and recognition. I'm here, lend me some of them.
Sure.
So, but once again, we do appreciate your time.
Right, sure.
I want you to take this moment and share with us your final words. Then we proceed. Before we tackle the final words, I want you to show us, is there something that you probably expect people to be own up to help you in one way or the other, either collectively or individually?
Okay. So what I would want people to help me with is people should know that I'm applying for graduate school.
Right.
Yeah, so if you have any professors out there, if you have any connections out there, if you need any professors in the US, in Canada, these are my main target, right? Just let them know that like I'm ready to study, I'm ready to work very hard.
You also want to run away and leave us?
I'll come back. Talking about impact, I would have to come back to do something. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Now your final words.
Okay. So my final words, and I said it in the chat, I said that strive for excellence, right? We are built differently. Make sure you are the best version of yourself. Make sure you are doing your very best. And in the 11th second, make sure you have no regret.
Thank you very much, Master Kelvin,
Thank
for
you very
your
much,
time
too.
spent with us. We are very glad you could spend time to join us here and then share with us your wonderful and insightful experience.
Thank
we
you
are
for
very
having me.
appreciated. But before you leave, there is a token that we would like to present as an expression of our appreciation for this insightful experience you have shared with us. You made mention and indicated that in the course of our trajectory of life, it is very necessary that we strive for the best.
Yeah.
So as part of that, there's a leadership book that we would like to present to you as a token of appreciation for the time that you have spent here with us. And we believe that this would also go a long way to helping build yourself and then improve upon your leadership skills. So it is a book written by Brian Tracy. The title of the book is How the Best Leaders Lead. How the Best Leaders Lead. One amazing thing about this book is that it has been signed magnificently by three remarkable and renowned personalities of this great institution, starting with the signature of our one and only mother, Professor Mrs. Rita Akusia-Dixon. Yes, signed beautifully here. We also have the signature of a renowned registrar, Professor Andrews Boateng. And lastly, we have the signature of the Director of Student Affairs, the Dean of Students, Professor Wilson Ejari, signed beautifully here. So this also additionally validates and then acknowledge the efforts that you have put in place to arrive at this juncture. So this is a token of our appreciation, and we are very appreciative for being here with us to share with us this insightful story. Thank you very much. So there will be the time with Master Kelvin Tamakloe. He expended time here with us to share with us his experiences that has been garnered over the past few years. He is a graduate from the College of Engineering who graduated with a Cwa of 84.72. So there we have it. Thank you very much for tuning in today. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.